Hey, how's it, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Or just plain old welcome if this is your first time here. Yeah, I'm selling all my silver now. Why? Well, I've been hearing people talking about taking advantage of, gee whiz, GSR, converting certain metals into other metals, getting out while the getting's good. Plenty motivations out there. So you got me thinking, and I changed my strategy. Oh, gee whiz, I don't know, 25 or 6 times already in the past couple months since I've been hanging out with you folks. But yeah, I'm still not sure. But if I were to, these would be some that I would for sure consider, or possibly consider. The for sures are 100 of those 125 eagles. Why are you going to keep any of those maple leaves? I'm sorry, they're not eagles, they're maple leaves. Why are you going to keep those? Well, they're nice coins, milk spot or not. And I know I can get melt for them and turn that into a silver that might be more convenient, more liquid, more acceptable in the future, no matter what happens, if anything strange happens. And same thing with this Philharmonics. Nobody seems to like them. This is kind of like the first spouse of American president's spouse gold 5.5 ounce horrible coin. Nobody likes it. This is kind of like that. This is like the armpit of the silver bullion, sovereign silver bullion world. I don't know why. There's some history behind that Philharmonic stuff. The instruments are cool. They're not modern, but they're cool. So maybe at least one of those, turn it into something like that. I'm going to keep these things. I didn't pay anything extra for this slab. It's just as if I bought 3 of those back then, back in the day. These things, I'm probably just going to take them out of these things. These do not add any value. They certainly don't add any protection. They're not airtight. I don't know why these aren't all toned to death. They've been buried. Hermetically sealed, vacuum packed, desiccant, all that kind of stuff. I don't have that many koalas, and apparently I liked koalas at one time. It seems like if I'd have been smart back then, I'd have liked kookaburras better, because they seem to be way more popular. But I just have so few of these, I don't really see the collector in me says, no, keep them. Same thing with this. I think are these Canada? Australia, excuse me. So that's some Perth Mint lunar stuff, just like this stuff. Now these probably be at the top of the list. This is a year 2000 kilo. Year of the Dragon. I don't think it says anything back here except the Queen. They're in really good shape. I don't see any flaws, but I wouldn't be selling them as a MS or a PF anything. That's a kookaburra. That's a 2005, a kilo. So that's 1,000 grams. Boy, do the math. Yeah, the Dragon came with a box, fancy box. Maybe that was because, I don't know if that was the first year they made those things. I know they made proofs as well. I don't know if they made big proofs like this. But I think it's missing a certificate of authenticity. I got it at a coin shop. I got it for pretty much what I could have got this for. Or really any of this stuff. I don't remember a premium because it was a big fancy kilo. I remember a larger price tag because it was a big kilo. This thing, I'm still vacillating on that. Nobody cares about it except maybe me and maybe some other people in Hawaii maybe, or volcano fans. It's 5 ounces. But everything I bought, everything I looked at, I always looked at it in terms of melt. So this is a pretty cool. This is pretty neat. This is a 8-ounce bar. That little $500 bill, isn't that cute? And this is a 4 ounces. U.S. Grant. My family actually has a U.S. Grant story in it that was published in not only his autobiography, but a biography that his brother wrote about him. U.S. Grant, Ulysses S. Grant. He's from Ohio. And then this is a 4-ounce Benjamin Franklin. Everybody knows about that dude. Not even a president. He's on the C note. Dang. Trivial trivia. He didn't want the eagle. He didn't want the eagle to be the. He didn't want the eagle to be the national bird. Well, see, that does have a little. What do you guys call it? Toning, class. Toning. Tarnish. Go sit in the corner. No. But he didn't want the eagle. He wanted the wild turkey. And if you've ever hunted wild turkey or eaten it, especially deep fried, you might know why. I bet you eagles just taste horrible. I find any bird that eats flesh and stuff like mergansers or any of the diving ducks. I've never eaten osprey. I've never eaten eagle, but I imagine they probably taste like a merganser and no good. No need to get rid of these prospectors. Maybe if somebody had something they wanted to trade for it, I wouldn't mind doing a trade in the community just to make a video about. That's got a pretty neat. Well, that's got an eagle. How about that? Prospector, yep, panning for gold on a silver coin. That's what they taught me in prospector school. And this is a 1984. Don't know the significance of that. Engelhard, that's a pretty well-known name. I was thinking about buying bars, and I wouldn't mind getting some endpoint. I got to keep this short. I'm at 7 minutes already. I was thinking about getting some bars. I'd like to get an OPM bar, Ohio Precious Metal bar, with the mushroom on it. They're made from recyclables. That's what it says on the back on some of them. Anyway, it doesn't do me any good to sell these. Maybe I can start a little bar collection. I have a small collection within my revised stack, and then of course this stuff, just don't have enough of it. I got a few Morgans somewhere else. I don't know why this one's segregated. They're all hand-me-downs. Don't know how they got any of this stuff. Probably just either at an auction, it was in the box. Sometimes you could find coins in a box that you bought for $5 at the end of an auction that had some green-handled kitchen utensils that were kind of ratty, that none of the other dealers wanted because they just weren't perfect enough. And all that stuff sold like gold. And something like this, I heard these might be illegal. I don't know. I'm not certain. And I know I wouldn't. This is Ron Paul. Ron Paul for president. Swag.com. Don't know how I got this. It's possible I bought that on the line. Same thing here. I don't remember. I just can't imagine this stuff being in one of my local coin shops. Matter of fact, I can't imagine not remembering that I found it at a local coin shop, and I know I didn't trade for these things. So I must have spent real fake fiat. Vote for truth. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Ron Paul video. I think he deserves it. I think people used to laugh at him sometimes, in the news. Congress passes a bill 349 to 1. That one was usually Ron Paul. I don't know who today's Ron Paul is in the Congress. Maybe Massey. And I've heard people talk stink about some of the things he said or believed, but he's very constitutional anal. But yeah, oops, not like a coin. Ron Paul, White House. So 1/4 troy ounce. Now, I like fractional silver idea, but I prefer it to be in dimes or there's another same thing, dimes or like 10 ounce rounds, like Golden State Mint, or local coin shop, or the guys on that are producing their own rounds, personalized rounds. Is it Silver Dave? Man, that guy's cool. That's on my bucket list to get something from him. That's the collector in me. But if I can kill two birds with one stone, that's great. Fulfill a bar fetish or a generic round, but personalized generic, special generic round. So what was this? This was a 1/4 ounce? Sure was. Is. And then this is probably a half, right? Half troy ounce. That's nice. Why don't I have an Ozy? I don't know. Maybe I imagine I got these on the line. But BVNH. No clue. BVNH. SLMA. Or SLM. Something mint, maybe? MSRP? What the heck is that? $25? Honest Government, 2012. But I'd heard about Ron Paul way before this. I read one of his books, and then all of a sudden he kind of got famous. Not just running for president. I kind of forget when the Fed come out. But that kind of put him on the radar. Maybe the internet helped a lot. I imagine it did. But so yeah, I think that's keeper stuff. Or maybe if somebody really had to have a Ron Paul, I could probably part with one of those, but not in a big bulk sale. And when I say sale, I just get back on eBay again. I resurrected my account. I got great feedback, well over 1,000 feedbacks. Granted, none of it's current, but I'll start out easy. I might even start out with some killer deals on Aloha shirts just to get my feedback up real quick, and throw in a tube, 25 of maples, and then maybe mix in a tube of Philharmonics just to test the waters. I used to start all my auctions at 99 cents. I don't know if that plan can work nowadays. I guess I got to find out. But I have no idea what these things are. But if you take it, I don't know how. Let's go with $30 an ounce, or let's go with 31 because the math is easier. So that's 31. How much is that a gram? If it's 31, there's 31 grams. So what is that? That's $1 a gram? Is that right? That can't be right. Yeah, I bet you it does. I bet you it is right. For just regular old silver. Not that this stuff is regular old silver. But, some common, I guess. Maybe like that Apmex thingy. So if it's $31 an ounce, and there's 31 grams in a troy ounce, man, correct me if I'm wrong, that's not $1 a gram. That just seems, that seems outrageously cheap. So, and there's 1,000 grams there, dollar time, that's $1,000, most likely, in melt or what have you. And if there's any extra on top of that, any gravy, that might help pay for the fees. And maybe the postage. Trust me, it'll work out right for me. None of this is modern. I mean, when I say modern, post 2016. I just got this stuff. Just happened to be lucky to be born in the right year, to be stupid long enough before waking up, and then learning some hard lessons and deciding to quit blowing money on stuff that broke or disappeared or ended up in the toilet, and started stacking. I'd already been through, I know I'd been through my monster box, my monster box, but my initial ounce in silver gold, and I just put it all in Eagles. And it was in a monster box form. And I'd started picking up things here and there. I traded for some gold, pre-33 gold, before I even started buying silver. But it didn't take me long to figure out and catch on and get addicted. So anyway, what do you think? Do you think of this conversion type subject that I've been hearing about from with some of the bigger channels? The leaders in our community, the volume leaders, they get followers. They get more followers than I've ever known in my life. And some of them are talking about you know, they're not advising, but they're saying if it were me, I'd be buying Eagles because they're recognizable, and my coin shops are giving me hassles with these Maples or Philharmonics or fancy rounds or unfancy rounds. I know there's a lot of Morgan folks out there, but I have so few Morgans. I don't know, maybe a dozen. I don't know, but that wouldn't be worth it to me to split those girls up. Liberty. But yeah. So what do you think? So what would I convert it to? Well, I guess it depends on the total dollar amount, but I would just put it in with my budget and consider it a, bonus money that fell from heaven. And I'm thinking gold, buffalo. But, I think you get one buffalo, and you can get 80-something eagles possibly. And if I were to go with a sovereign silver, I'd go with bulk-wise, I'd go with eagles. But I'm going to take this opportunity to get me and I know it's going to cost more money to buy one at a time, but I want me a Britannica. I want some of the new stuff that's coming around. I've got a Libertard, but I'm not even sure that's a Libertard. 1994, and that little thing is a 20th of a Libertard. So I wouldn't mind getting one of those modern Libertards that has some stuff on the side besides these ridges. Like little symbols or something. And then on the back of like a stateside, man, that guy is a Libertard. I mean, a Libertard expert. I'm just kidding. He knows it. But yeah, he got some cool. He got one that's got a bunch of different logos on the back. But I tell you, that's a pretty decent hunk of. Imagine it's 1 ounce. Yeah, 1 unza. I don't know if it says, if it shows fineness or anything like that, but I imagine that's probably fine. 999 fine, yeah, there it is down at the bottom. So yeah, and I tell you, I would love to get it from him, buy one from him, one of his seconds or calls or whatever. And yeah, these pandas, I'm keeping those for, I don't even want to tell you why, but you'd probably figure it out. It has something to do with surprises, people wearing helmets and stuff like that. The Canadian ones, I have so few. I mean, they're not like a maple, so I'll keep them. Keep that stuff. Definitely keep those, even though they're in slabs and it's inconvenient to stack them. I can probably deal with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with those things. I'm going to keep them. I just don't know in what form. They just don't seem to be doing anything in those capsules or holders. So what do you think? Gold and some silver? Any particular silver? I'm thinking about splitting up. I got a couple bucket list things I'd like to do. I'd like to order and receive something from Yankees Tim. You guys know him, right? And through him, I'd want a minimal of 1 or 2 rolls of Roosevelt dimes. And once I get those, I'm probably gonna settle. I'll be fine with 100 fractional silvers to go along with 50 or 100 of the Golden State Mint kind that I got. That'll be enough. That's mostly for making change. That's for SHTF. Sorry, guys. That's just how I am. 19 minutes already. Gosh, time flies when you're old. So yeah, these for sure. These, yes. They're just so big and bulky. I don't know. That thing tugs at my heart. Definitely maybe keep a maple just in case. I don't know. I don't ever anticipate drifting off course along the shores of Canada someday, and making landfall and miraculously having a tube of these. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Canadians are going to be coming out here, and I think I'm stuck here for the rest of my life. And I know there could be worse places, and I got a bunch of proofs. I got 1986 through I think 2013 or 14, excluding the year that they didn't make it. And I got a Daniel Carr that did that year. I'd keep that, even though it's bulky. And I think I'm missing a 2008 for some strange reason. Maybe I just couldn't find it. I still have the feeling that I've got some silver that I've not located, but you know, that might be a nice surprise for my wife or our nephews after I die and they finally have permission to bring this house out of the 1970s into the 21st century. Is that the one we're in now? Anyway, so what do you think? Gold and silver? Just gold? What kind of gold? Do you agree with me converting everything to Eagles, back to Eagles because of liquidity and recognition, just in case? Because to me, silver is silver, but since I started watching your guys' channels and doing a little homework, I'm starting to doubt my strategy that silver is silver. I mean, think about it. Everyone says, oh, I can't wait. Some people say, oh, I want silver to go down. Oh, I can't wait for it to go up. I don't know, at $30 an ounce. Let's just call it, that's a nice round number. $30 an ounce. Okay, so this thing would be, I don't know, a lot. $1,000? I can look it up on my fancy laptop. I would hope to think so. Man, that thing just feels great. But if silver, let's say silver doubles in price, that doubles this in price. That's two. Who's going to want to spend $2,000 on silver then at that point? Besides rich people, and I don't want any of this stuff to get in the hands of a rich person, and I don't think they're really buying silver. But if they were, they might be buying big heavy stuff like this because they've already got a multi-million-dollar bunker and, you know, that extra room for Aunt Jenny. Well, she died and we need to fill it with silver or gold. That's how they think, trust me. So yeah, give me your thoughts in the comments, and don't be shy. Ron Paul. So I'm going to be doing a video about Dr. Paul. He's got a son that's making a name for himself in the U.S. Senate, but, you know, there's so few honest, constitutional following public servants. I use that loosely, with doesn't even deserve air quotes. Yeah, they're serving us, all right. They're serving us a ration of, you know what. But oh yeah, this is kind of cool. It's not silver. I doubt it. It's probably brass or some alloy. But this is an old. I'm gonna guess it's either a bus token or an electric car or electric, like cable car maybe. I'll have to check into it. 1951. She's cute. Yeah, not numismatic, nothing. I've got 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I got to do some investigating on these guys. These would be keepers. They're so small. They don't take up much space. These probably come through my father. I didn't buy foreign money. I didn't buy Morgans. That just stuff come to me. You know, inheritance, family heirloom, hand-me-downs, what have you. So yeah, let me know. Thanks for stopping by. 23 minutes. Jimmy to Christmas. I don't even know if I'm going to publish this. Maybe I'll just publish it, or maybe I'll watch it and take notes and just cut it down to, I don't know, 5 minutes? You think is there a perfect time? I don't know. If you like to hear people ramble, it's like ASMR, where, you know, you watch a black screen and there's thunder going on and lightning every so often help you go to sleep. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, give me your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. And, appreciate you coming by. Definitely appreciate it if you give me some input. I'm going to be making a move with or without any special comments. But I wouldn't mind knowing. And it is a good video subject. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. All right, Dan.